Welcome to Creating Disney Magic with Lee Cockerell. Lessons in leadership, management, and customer service. You can create magic too. I'm your host, Jody Mayberry, and I'm in Orlando sitting in the office of Lee Cockerell, retired Executive Vice President of Walt Disney World. Lee, it's so good to be back in person. It's been a long time, well, at least a year, I feel, since we recorded in your office.
Yeah, welcome back. And you've already slept in two of my bedrooms. So that's good. And now you got me working on a Sunday morning. So life has twists and turns.
Well, I kind of think you must dread it a little bit when I come to town because I make you work on Sundays.
Yeah, work. It's not too much work, but I enjoy it. So thank you.
I have a topic from an event I want to talk about. So when I first got here to Orlando, well, let me say first, if you want to come to Orlando and experience all that there is with all the Disney parks, the water parks, my favorite, the mini golf courses, call our friends at Magical Vacation Planner at 407-442-2694. Let them know that Lee Cockerell sent you, and they'll take wonderful care of you. Okay, Lee, I got into town many days ago for an event at the Disney College Program. It was an event with DeJuan Rivers, retired Vice President of Disney's Animal Kingdom, Bob Weiss, the retired President of Walt Disney Imagineering. They put on this wonderful special engagement for the Disney College Program. That was the backdrop for what I want to talk about. I have to say I was so impressed with the Disney College Program and what they're doing and how they do it. Special shout out, though. You need to know, Lee, about Brandon Rhodes. He's a fan of the show. He works for Disney in the programs, but he tells college students about this podcast and encourages them to listen, that it's great training for their career at Disney.
Well, he's a smart guy. We like him even more now. Yeah, well, it is. And we hear that from a lot of people. Just a little 15-minute shot every week of things you could do to be a better leader, better manager, provide better customer service. And we all know that knowledge is the answer, so you can get it in short bursts, and you can kind of keep up with some of the resources you'll be able to call on when you have problems to solve as a leader out there in the world.
Yeah, it is great, no matter your age, but it's a good head start if you're in college. Okay, Lee, this is what I want to talk to you about. The Disney College Program I had not had much exposure to it. I knew about it, heard so many good things. But now, being involved with something they did, seeing the cast members that are helping to run it, seeing the amount of training, the shows they put on, going to the place where many of the college students live while they're here, it is so impressive. And I realize a large portion of students in the Disney College Program, they'll do their one stint in the college program, and then that might be it. Now, there are others like Daniel Cockerell, as an example, that end up with a wonderful career at Disney. I'm curious, though, what is the benefit of investing so much time, money, training, cast resources into the Disney College Program when you know a large percentage of them will do just the Disney College Program and then that's it?
Yeah, well, I think the main thing is we get really amazing young people that and we get them for 6 months. And today, to find in the local market for Disney, to find enough people that fit the standards for what Disney is looking for, it's very difficult because we got Universal here now, SeaWorld, we got everybody looking for people. Everybody in this town is looking for people in the hospitality business. And when that idea came up many, many years ago, whoever created it was a genius because it's good for Disney and it's good for the young people who come up here and participate in it. And frankly, the guest wins because these young people are really looking forward to a career in business or in some kind of institution when they graduate. And what we see is that they just do a spectacular job. So everybody wins with this. And I would say the winners of the college program often are when they leave, they've had their experience, but what they've had is an experience where it's done right. And as I told my son when he graduated from Boston University many, many years ago. I said, go to a good company, stay for 5 years. They'll train you. You'll learn the right way to do things. And then you can always use that. That'll be on your resume. And that's a good investment in your career. And it is for these kids too. And I will tell you, a lot of them don't like the job we assign them. But at the end of it, they always are so appreciative of what they learned. They learned the right way to do things, the right way to treat people, dealing with guests who are not always easy to deal with. And they carry that with them the rest of their life. And I can tell you, even when I was with Marriott, I always told them, if somebody comes in here and has Disney on the resume, hire them, because I know they've been trained. And so it's just a win-win for everybody. And a lot of enthusiasm when you're young, it's exciting to go and work at Disney. And so, it was, somebody had a great idea and they implemented it, and it's turned out that it's been fortunate for Disney to be able to get these people. And I think Disney's now recruited on about 300 campuses around the country, and there's a Disney campus rep on each one of those that is going to school and representing Disney and kind of trying to recruit these young people for their experience at Disney. And I can't tell you how many fathers and mothers call me to say, would you check in with my daughter or granddaughter? And when we have a hurricane, every parent is concerned. But it's been great, and we should do that all over again. And I would encourage many companies out there in the world should be getting young people in. It'll not only help you cover your recruiting, which is tough right now. They come with a lot of great ideas, and they know how to do things we don't know how to do, and especially in the technology area and the promotion area and social media. So try it out. It's a good thing.
One of the things that impressed me, there's so much, the thoroughness. It seems like everything is thought of, and Disney does such a good job taking care of the students in the college program. Also, the training. There is so much extra training available to these students. Yes, there's the required Disney training, but there's extra. As an example, someone that at the end of this program, they gave out certificates to students that had hit certain levels of training. This was all voluntary training that they chose to go to. I think one student had hit 200 hours of extra training. What's the thought behind offering so much extra training to the college students?
Well, what happened is students know that they can come down here, and we hire professors from universities and people with a master's or MBA, a doctorate to teach courses. And we offer courses, business courses, marketing, accounting, all these different courses. And the students are aware that part of the program is they can take courses and get credit, which their college accepts. So they're not just down here out of a semester of school. They also can accrue credits for their graduation, which often is important to their parents, that they're not just down here playing around. So many of them do. They go to classes, they get credits. They can get up to 12 credits while they're here, and that's like a whole semester. So, it's and it has Disney merely having to pay attention to having outside professors, really professional instructors that are teaching these courses. So it's good for everybody.
What would you say to a college student who is curious but not sure if they want to do the Disney College program? What's the benefit? Why would you tell them to pursue it?
Well, I can give a good example because I recommended it to my son, and he ended up being the vice president of the Magic Kingdom after many, many years. And all of my grandkids have worked at Disney when they were 16, 17, back then, pulling weeds and working in horticulture. And Margot, my granddaughter, worked in outdoor foods in the Magic Kingdom. And our youngest grandson, Tristan, worked at the French Pavilion in the bakery. And I can see the difference of that experience, how mature they are, how they've learned how to deal with customers, guests. And as my grandson tells me, guests are great until they've had a few drinks and they want to get into the store and you're about to close. And they just learn all these life's lessons of they're going to be faced with the same things as they go out into life's work. And so I can personally vouch for it. My son met his wife on the college program. She was on it too. They both went down to college housing to do their laundry one morning and met each other. And so there you are. I mean, And we have a lot of those. A lot of them meet their future wife or husband, and and I would say, actually, if you look around, most people meet their spouse at work or in college, because that's the two places you spend most of your time. And so it's really a great experience.
We've talked about how great the Disney College program is. And quite often when Lee talks about the way Disney does things or Disney does this training, one of the pushbacks that we will hear is, well, yeah, Disney can do that because they have so much money. They have so much resources. Lee, give us an idea of how any company can take the idea of a college program and implement it, even if it's not a full-blown program, just getting college students and making it rewarding for them to be there.
Yeah, I mean, and there are a lot of resources out there. You could even buy the Cockerell Academy, and it's in a course that if you taught all those courses for $400 to all your people that worked for you in a drugstore or a grocery store or anywhere, you would be adding value to their experience, and probably they would spread the word that that's a good place to go for an internship or a short-time job or a full-time job. And there's plenty of resources on the internet. You can get all the courses you want. There's a million books and obviously smaller companies, other companies, the owner has experience and has been successful and should be teaching the kinds of things that will help students be good leaders, good managers, focus on customer service, overcoming obstacles. So if you want to be a teacher, you can be a teacher. It's just a matter of don't be the boss, teach these kids, and you'll have a great reputation, and they'll make your business look better than it did.
Yeah. This is so encouraging for me to have experienced the Disney College program, seeing what they do. I'm going to go home and tell both of my kids, look, really consider the Disney College program. It is a great thing.
It really is. And I will tell you, people look back on that their whole career, that every interview they got, the person wanted to talk about their Disney experience. And it actually got them in the door, People saw that on the resume and said, oh, let's interview this person. It's like any big name, big brand. And everybody that's interviewing somebody out there in the world's probably been to Disney. So they say, well, I'd like to have that kind of service in my business. So it opens doors. And so that's the kind of thing you got to do. Meet people and have on your resume something that will be spotted and open doors for you. And today, I think another thing people should be getting on their resume is that they've been certified in AI. That'll open a door. You'll look down, you see Disney, you see I'm certified in AI. These certifications, the person looking at your resumes, it turns the light on. And so you got to always be improving who you are, what you know, and how you can contribute to any company.
I've got another example that goes with that. Many years ago, Lee and I had someone that worked with us, Chelsea Brinkley. She was wonderful. When we brought her on, her resume had that she worked at Dave Ramsey's company, which is known for being very hard to get hired at, known for having phenomenal training. And she was wonderful. That's what people think when they see Disney on your resume. They're like, oh, it's not easy to get hired there. Training is phenomenal. They know excellence. And that is something you get associated with when you have Disney on your resume.
Absolutely. And most people have either heard about it or experienced Disney service, and they would love to replicate that in their own businesses. Well,
Lee mentioned Cockerell Academy as a way to bring some excellent training to the young people in your organization. You can go to cockerellacademy.com to find out more about that. Until next week, go out and create magic for others.